Universal life works like this. Let me tell you a story. Universal life is actually easier to understand than whole life. This is universal life. Watch this. Give you a banking scenario once again. Let's say you're at your local bank. Let's say you had a goal of preparing for a down payment on a house, right? Or down payment on a property, down payment on a house, even a down payment on a new car, right? And let's say, man, you were saving up for this thing. It could have been a trip. It's something big, right? And let's say you needed $10, $12, $15,000 for it, right? Let's say you're going to save up for it. Let's say you went down to your local bank, and let's say your goal was to deposit $100 a month. Once again, right? Because you want to save up for this big down payment, right? Well, let's say you got $100 a month, 12 months out the year. Again, let's say you did that for 10 years. $100 a month, 12 months out the year for 10 years. How much money would you expect to have in that account after 10 years of putting that money in there? Listen, I got $12,000 in the account. I'm supposed to have $12,000. I did $100 a month, 12 months out the year. I did it for 10 years. How much am I supposed to have? Supposed to have $12,000. I'm supposed to have $12,000, right? Do the math. I'm trying to save for this down payment on this or a house, car, whatever. Take a big trip. I'm really saving up for this thing, right? $100 a month, 12 months out the year. That's 1,200 times 10 years. That's 12 G's. All right, now watch this. Let's say, right, you finally think you got your 12 G's, right? Watch this. Let's say, for instance, you go down to your local bank, local credit union, right, to get your withdrawal so you could pay your down payment off whatever your thing is, right? Whatever. Property, house, car, trip, whatever. Let's say you go down to your local bank. Let's say you go inside the bank to make a withdrawal because you can't get that amount of money out of the ATM. Let's say you go to the bank, go to the teller and say, listen, I need to withdraw $12,000 from my savings because I'm about to do a down payment on something. Let's say the bank teller tell you, say, I'm sorry, Mr. Landry, but this account is insufficient. Say, wait, what? Yeah. You requested to get $12,000. Yeah. I got all my deposit slips. I did $100 a month for 12 months. I've been doing that for the last 10 years. I got all my deposits right here. I never touched the money. So how is it that my account is insufficient? I'm teaching universal life. How is my account insufficient? Say insufficient? Yeah, insufficient. What if the bank teller told you this? What if the bank teller told you this? What if the bank teller told you, I'm sorry, Mr. Landry, but I don't know if the person who set this account up 10 years ago told you this, but did they tell you that with this type of account, that your savings account was linked to the bank's emergency fund? Wait, what? Yeah, I don't know if they told you, but when you set up this particular savings, the way it works is they link your personal account to the bank's emergency fund. Meaning that the way it's set up is that if the bank comes into any type of trouble, right, they have the power, right, and they need extra money, they have the power to go inside your personal account, right, and use as much money that's in your savings to cover, listen to me very good, to cover any fees or any expenses, right? If the bank incurs unexpected expenses, right, or fees, they have the power to go inside your personal account and pull from your savings to cover these fees and expenses that they face. And they can do that. They ain't got to ask you for shit. They can do that with no question. And they can do that until there's no more money left in your savings account, which is where we at today. You ain't got no money here. And once there's no more money in this account, because you're getting low, you no longer can do business with the bank. Your account closes. You say, wait, what? I'm going to say it again, so I want you to catch it right. I'm teaching you universal life right now. Say, wait, what? I'm supposed to have $12,000. Right. I'm supposed to have $12,000, right? Yeah. But they didn't tell you when they set it up that this account was tied to the bank's emergency fund. Meaning that in the future, the bank has the power and the right and authority without your permission, right? They ain't got to ask you shit. They ain't got to call you for nothing. But if they come on some bad times and they incur unnecessary expenses, right, that they ain't paying for, any type of fees, they have the right to go in and take the money out your personal account to cover them expenses and fees. And they can do that as long as you got money in there, right? They can do that till your account go to zero. Does that make sense? But when your account go to zero, your account closing, you can't do business with the bank no more. Did they tell you that, Mr. Landry? Did they tell you that? And guess what you're going to say? Hell no, they ain't tell me that. What do you mean? What are you talking about? My savings are tied to the bank emergency fund. I ain't never known no savings work like that. What type of stuff that is? That's how you going to be, right? But I always say, think about how you would feel if you was in that situation. All these years, I've been saving this money for 10 years, and all this money I'm supposed to have, the bank can go in my stuff without me knowing. They ain't got to ask me nothing, but they can take money to cover their expenses. Yeah. If you was in that situation, how would you feel? How would you feel? Guess what everybody said? Man, I'd be pissed away. What? Bank's emergency fund cover expensive with my money? Yeah, with your money. They ain't even call me on it. They don't have to call you. That's how the account's set up. Does that make sense? You say, damn. You say, damn. That's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. How would you feel? Go back to my same 5 questions with whole life. If you was in that situation, would you say that's a good situation or a bad situation to be in? To where you putting your money in an account that the bank, they can go inside your shit and take the money out your account and your savings and use it for their expenses. Is that a good situation to be in or a bad situation? Would you be happy or would you be pissed? If you found out that was happening to you, would you continue to do business with the bank? Would you continue to do business with that bank? Or would you stop immediately and take your money and move your business to a new bank? Once again, how fast would you move it? If you found out that was happening on a Saturday, right, or you found out that was happening on a Sunday, when would you open up the new account at a new bank? If you found that out on a Monday, see, that's the question you got to ask people, right? If you found that out on a Monday, how fast would you go do the new situation? Would you just sit there like a duck? I really won't say the word I won't say, right? But here's how you got to play the financial game. Like, once you find out that you know that word, right? You just going to sit there like a duck? That's your plan? No, it works like that, man. It's all in the paperwork. It works like that. But then let's say for instance, you had a family or friend that you found out that was in that situation, right? And they knew that was happening with the money. If they continue to deposit money in that bank and still do business with that bank, would you say that's a smart decision or a dumb decision? What would you say it is? See, these are the 5 questions that everybody's got to ask when you're in that banking situation. The cash value of a life insurance policy is supposed to work the exact same way as a bank. If I know how I feel, if I was in a banking situation regarding my savings, then you actually understand the same feeling you have when you have a cash value policy. It's sold the same way. But it just don't work the same way because they got all these stipulations in it. Does that make sense? So you say, well, Coach, how that applies to universal life? So let me help you out. This is how easy universal life is.